Good morning, everybody, or maybe good afternoon, depending on whenever you're seeing this. Thank you so much for joining us for day 4 of the Easy Peasy Clean Eating Challenge. We are going to help you get through the holidays with less damage while still being able to enjoy everything. So if you are seeing me on YouTube or a Facebook business page, then hop on over to our free group to get everything that you need from this challenge, and you can find that in the comments below. So thank you so much for joining us if you have been following along. And also drop below if you are seeing this live or on the replay. So we are not doing true clean. Hey, Christy, how are you? We're not doing true clean eating with this challenge because we want to make things easy for you during the holidays. So we are giving you some easy peasy tips that you can take into the holidays that are very simple and effective that will help you to ooh, awesome. Thank you so much for watching live. We are giving you some easy tips that are going to help you get through the holidays with less damage. You can still enjoy everything, but definitely still stay on track, have less weight gain, less inflammation, have more energy, all of those good things. So today we are going to talk about sugar, which is a big theme during the holidays. Who here struggles with the sweet treats? That used to be my thing. The sugar really was a big issue for me for a long time. So I recently was listening to a podcast with Dr. Mark Hyman and Dr. Richard Lustig, and they were talking about sugar and how there's actually no biological need for sugar, and just the way that our bodies work, we can totally and completely live without it. And there's actually no daily recommended allowance for sugar. And that being said, that's true. However, I do think that there are practical uses for sugar. And I'm not a person who is saying all sugar is bad. You should never, ever have it again. There certainly is benefit in doing a sugar detox, but we're not going to do that this time of year. But there are some practical uses for sugar. So think about toothpaste. So I know that was a weird transition, right? Think about toothpaste. So when commercial toothpaste first came out and it was plain, the rates of toothbrushing were really low because even though this was a healthy thing to do for your teeth, it really didn't taste very good. It wasn't enjoyable. But when they added flavoring to the toothpaste, so spearmint, peppermint, the adoption rates of toothbrushing really grew a lot. That's really where mainstream people started to adopt it, because now it was a pleasurable thing. So you're taking this thing that you know is good for you, but when you just add that little bit, it's not used for your teeth. It's not helpful for your teeth, the flavoring, but it's going to help you adopt this healthy habit easier. So, in some ways, you can look at sugar the same way. So, you might have a dish that has healthy foods in it, and maybe it doesn't, you don't love the taste of it, but by adding something into it, so for example, some salt or some sugar in this case, your consumption of all those good ingredients may be higher, and you can get the good food in if you're adding the sugar in for taste. So now a full sugar detox definitely has some advantages, but we're not after that during this challenge, during this season. We know that there's going to be a lot of treats around. We want to be able to enjoy them, but we also want to minimize the damage. So let's talk about how we can manage it. So there is a way to think about sugar, and it's lighter fluid. So hear me out. Would you ever pour out lighter fluid on a puddle on the ground and then throw a match on it? No, because that creates a huge explosion, right? But if you take a long burning fuel like wood or charcoal briquettes and you add a little bit of lighter fluid to it and add a match, then it's useful, it's helpful, and it works. It's not this big uncontrolled explosion. So sugar is like this in our bodies. It's lighter fluid in terms of inflammation, brain fog, tiredness when we're having it when it's not being checked. However, if you manage it and it's controlled, then it really doesn't have as much of a big impact. So here's what you can do. When you walk into the party and you're hungry, you haven't eaten anything yet, you're feeling really hungry, and there's a candy dish and cookies and cake and sweets or whatever, look at that and say lighter fluid. Then don't have any yet. First, go find some vegetables and then find some protein and then go back and have a little lighter fluid. So you can remember that easy peasy trick, right? So you can enjoy the treats. Now, the reason why this works is that the fiber, the vegetables, and the protein are the long burning fuel. So when we add the sugar to it in a dish, or we add the sugar to it afterwards, close to when we're eating those things, but after we eat those things, then the impact that it has in the body is so much less. You don't get all of the issues that you get by just eating sugar alone. So you get much less tiredness, you stay steady, you don't have as much weight gain, you don't have as much cravings later on. So the effect of the sugar is really kind of controlled. Now, you can also bring your own treats. So, for example, you can make your own pie and or a crumble dish that tastes amazing and have less sugar. They don't have gluten in them, but they're still amazing. So I'll be posting a pumpkin pie recipe that you can use and an apple crisp recipe that you can use. And if you're getting the email version of this challenge, you will get those in a printable form. Bonus! So look for that later on today. So when you bring a treat with you, woohoo, when you bring a treat with you that you know you can have, you have more control over the situation. You can share it with others. You know there's going to be something there that you're going to enjoy, that you're going to eat. It's still enjoyable. It's still fun. We're not saying like, don't ever have any sugar. We're just saying know how to use it, right? So remember the lighter fluid trick when you walk in and you think about sugar. Have it, but make sure that it's controlled. So also be on the lookout tomorrow for some challenge specials of some of the things that I have mentioned in along the way in this challenge. And also I'll have a special program. It'll be probably about a 10-day program similar to what we do in this challenge, although there will not be videos. You don't have to watch videos. You don't have to check in. It's just going to be adding one simple habit to your life that is going to help you save money, that's going to help you feel better and give you more energy. And it's also going to help you to get through the holidays being healthier and staying on track. So we will be part of a group that you can pull resources from. And if you want accountability in that group, you can have it. If you just want to have access to it, that's fine too. But basically, this is an easy way to add some healthy living, some super easy habits that you can add in, whether that's products or some of the tips that we mentioned. So the goal will be just adding in one basic habit. So I will talk more about that tomorrow. But today for the homework, I'll add the check-in post later, and the check-in post will have the information for the pumpkin pie and for the apple crisp. Those are both gluten-free and lower sugar versions, but I've had both and they are delicious. So look forward to that. And then you'll get a printable version in the emails. And then also the question of the day for today is, what tends to derail you during the holidays? So you can put that in the check-in post later. And don't forget to keep checking in because, do I have it here? I don't know if I moved them because the prize, not sure where they went, but the prize is I have a set of silicone baking cups that you can use to make egg cups with. That's really the only thing that works to make egg cups that don't stick like crazy, plus a Starbucks gift card, plus how to make the egg cups and some options for that. So I will post the follow-up homework later on today, and thank you for watching me. Thanks for joining me, Christy.